All right, then. I guess we can start the webinar now. Anybody who comes in the webinar, I'll just admit them to the same. Vasant, now I would request you to take over. Thank you.
Sure, sure, sure. Hey, hi everybody. So basically, today, the world is changing very fast. Okay, faster than ever we ever thought about. So by 2030, okay, the most valuable careers, which we will, which belongs to generally the job seekers and all, but they will completely change in this case. Okay, now the tech careers around 2020 will be more to the tech creators. Okay, so which who will basically build the future. Okay, so that's where we are going to cover the things around in this webinar. So that's why the webinar name is like Roadmap to 2030, Top Tech Careers of the Future. And like most of the students which are right now are from 10th and 12th class or have been passed out of 12th class are looking for the further career, what to do, what not to do, and all those things. Okay. So that's why we have this having this beyond the boards from job seeker to the tech creators. So let me introduce first myself and then let's start with the next slides in a couple of minutes. Okay. So as all of you know right now, tell my name. So my name is Vasan Rawat, and I have been into this tech industry for almost 6 years right now. So right now I'm working in the company name as Oracle at a position of senior member of technical staff. And previous to that, I have been working across multiple segments of industry, like Angel One as a stockbroking group. And before that, I was working as a Rakuten as a product, like it's one of the biggest e-commerce company in Japan. And before that, I was working in Daily Hand. So that's how I have worked into different segments of industry, even Paytm Women's Bank. So yep, that's all about me. So in this basically webinar, what we are going to cover is our main major agenda is that based on my experience in the 6 years of industry and recent changes which are going because of AI. Okay, so we are going to discuss about that, how exactly Vedam School of Technology can help you to achieve your goals or whatever things you have right now, what are doubts you have. So we are going to cover a lot of things, a lot of learnings which you will be getting after once this from the session. So yep, let's move on to the next slide. So basically, till now, like you have done a lot of things. Like you are now a final boss. Basically, you have defeated the things. Okay. Till now, you have all talk about maths and science boards. Okay, your boards have been finished. So you are at that particular era, or basically at that particular mountain where you have the from past 12 years, you are just climbing from one class to another class, from class 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12. Okay, and you have basically at the peak of this particular era. Okay, so just take a moment, just celebrate it, and then let's start with the next era where you just need to think about your career perspective. Like after 12th class, what you're going to do, what you're going to achieve, how the things will look like. Okay, all of the stuff which we are going to talk about. So now the this particular era, the relief is very real for you. Okay, because you have achieved a particular milestone. You have earned it. Like you are right now, you have just passed out of 12th class, or you have just given your 12th class examinations and all. So this is a kind of a victory lap for you. Okay, so before the next adventure begins, just calm down yourself, cool down, and think about the things, process, and everything, and then let's start with that. Okay, but now this game is just a kind of a beginning for you. Okay, so now you once your board exams have been done. Okay, so you are at a very kind of tutorial level. Okay, like you don't know what to do further. You would be having a lot of questions around that, okay, how the things will look like in this AI era. Lot of students, you right now you might be hearing about AI, deep learning, machine learning, a lot of things. AI is taking jobs and everything. There are a lot of things which you might be having wondering about, right? So that's where right now you would be deciding your character, you would be deciding your path, you would be deciding your future, how your future lie around, how your future look like. Okay, so that's where what the things which we are going to cover in this particular session. Yeah, next slide please. So till now, you are at that particular stage that you haven't picked your college for 2026. Okay. So and you are preparing for your job market, which is 2030. That after 4 years, you will be passed out from a college and you would be looking for the job. So in that particular job market, what the hard truth right now is, how the current situations look like, which will impact 2030 jobs also. Okay. By the time you graduate around 2030, 50% of your traditional engineering jobs or the task will be AI automated. Like right now, also you might be hearing a lot of things that this thing can be done with the AI agent. AI agent can talk to the customers. AI agent can build something. AI agent can design an app. Can build completely end-to-end applications. Build completely end-to-end websites. Okay, so you might be wondering around then what human will do in that case. What software engineers or engineers who are going to pass out to around 2030, what they are going to do in that case, right? So there are a lot of things which are going right now. Okay, so basically that's where we are here to help you out, that the jobs you are training for today, okay, that might not exist tomorrow. Okay, so you need to take a very crucial decision right now, that which particular thing can help you to get a job in 2030, which would be completely drastically different from right what how your traditional engineering look like. Okay, like previous 4 to 5 years or 6 years or 10 years down in the lane, if we talk about that, people get selected based on their skills, like someone who hires a Java developer, someone who hires a full stack developer, someone who have interest in Python and all. They start learning those languages, frameworks, and then they start building around it and they get a job. But right now, that's not how the market look like. It's a hard truth which you need to accept right now. Right now, AI can do all those stuffs which you learn and develop, which you learn and build. Okay, so you need to send something out. You need to have a very deep understanding of the concepts. You need to have a very deep understanding of the domain which you are going to hire for, or basically looking out for a job and all those things. Okay, but no need to fear. Okay, I'm not just here to just to fear you out that yeah, there's nothing, AI will take over everything. No, there's nothing like that. So I'm here to just give you clarity about that. Okay, that which college to choose, what you choose, so that it can help you to build your future. Okay, so that's what we are going to cover in the next couple of slides. So yeah, next slide, please. So now basically what we are going to talk about is where exactly the opportunities lives in 2030. Okay. So basically we have three high growth sectors. Okay. First is, which you all might be aware about, AI and apply machine learning. Okay. So now it's not about just coding, just writing some basic code, just writing some Java code, Python code, or maybe some full stack code to develop a website and application. So it doesn't look like that. The AI is so much capable enough that you just give a prompt, it will build everything for you. Okay, but how you're going to architect those applications, how you're going to scale those applications, that's where AI won't be feasible at that particular case. Okay, so that's what we are going to talk about. This is not all about like coding. Okay, it's about like teaching mechanisms, right? How you can think, how you can applicable, basically whatever you think, you need to implement those things, right? So AI is what? AI basically learns from what you teach to it. Okay, AI, those are kind of models, those learn from the training data. Like whatever the data you give to AI, from those data only AI learns. So AI doesn't have its own mind, it's basically running behind our mind. So we are the genius behind AI, we are basically teaching the AI. Okay, so there are a lot of things which still AI won't be able to do it. Okay, because it's your real thinking mindset, it's your mindset right now which can think about that, which can develop, which can do a lot of things which AI is still not able to do it, or we need to help AI to basically build applications and all those things. Okay, so that's where AI and apply machine learning sectors comes around, and that's a very demanding skills in the market right now. You look around the market, there are a lot of flooding jobs around AI. People are looking, companies are looking for the AI developers, companies are looking for the machine learning engineers who develop those models. Okay, so there are a lot of things which this sector is all about. Okay, so in 2030, definitely AI and apply machine learning is one of the crucial sector which, as a student, you can look around it, learn around it, and get a job around it. Okay. So now the next sector, second sector which we talk about, that is cyber and physical systems. Okay, now you would be hearing about a lot of things going around the drones, right? Like people are delivering the food through drones, people are delivering the medicines through drones, people are, even drones are used in our use as a weapon system also, like missiles and all, which you are right now hearing about the Iran and Israel wars and all. So there are a lot of capabilities through which you can achieve through the drones, or basically this particular segment. Okay, so drone delivering packages, smart cities which you are hearing about, that can optimize the real-time traffic through softwares and all, right? The rise of machines. There are a lot of robots which you are right now hearing around. Like we have a recently AI summit where we saw a robot dog, but that was from China, not from India. Okay, so but we are building our own systems as such. Okay, you might be hearing about the news. There are a lot of companies which are working around those robots, building those robots. Those robots are there to help us around. Okay, the things which the manual tasks which we do daily, so that's where those robots are going to reduce those tasks, so that we can focus on some crucial tasks which is important for us. Okay, which can help us to grow more, learn more in that case. Okay, so that's where that particular segment come around. Okay, so that's where those that particular demand will meet the software, hardware, and imagination, which can become overall infrastructure level if we talk about. Okay, so the third thing is full stack 2.0. Okay, this is not a normal full stack developer that someone just building whole back end, front end. This is nothing like that. Okay, so what are the traditional coding which we were doing? That there would be front end developers who will be doing just a front end code using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, JS, and all. There will be back end developers who will be building API services that basically responds to the front end clicks. Okay, but now that era have been gone. To be frank, AI is so much capable enough that they can handle the front end too, they can handle the back end too. Okay, but still, that particular traditional coding which we talk about. Okay, that's a kind of a baseline now. We require that knowledge to build the things around, but we don't need in that particular knowledge, that we just start building around those basic stuffs. Okay, so there are kind of logic force architecture which right now we need to focus on. Okay, right now the major crucial step is logic, how you are going to build your logic, because logic implementation, business implementation, understanding the business line, building the features around it, that's where your role will come around. That's where you need to learn and more explore around that. Okay, because AI is so much capable enough that they can build a code around that little logic, but logic need to be defined by you. That's the most important step which we need to learn around. That's the most important thing, that we need to focus on our basics, we need to focus on our logics, we need to focus about the business perspectives. Okay, so that's where logic force architecture. So basically we are going to build those systems that are going to scale, that are going to adapt and solve real problems. So right now you can just go over ChatGPT, Codex, lot of AI tools are there in the market, okay, which you are hearing about, Anthropy and Cloudy and all. You just give a prompt, they will build an application. But once you build an application, who you are going to give that application to? How you will think about that this particular application is feasible in the market or not? Okay, will this application will basically bring the business or not? Okay, because what is the end goal? You want to earn, right? You want to be financially independent. So you need to have that mindset, you need to have those things or ideas around that can help you to earn. Okay, now you don't need to start from basics learning HTML, CSS, Java to build the application. That era have been gone. Now you have AI, just give a prompt, but the business idea, the main logic behind your business, that will help you to earn, or that will help you to adapt into the market, that needs to be come from your end. Okay, so that's where you need to focus right now. Okay, so yep, that's about all these three basically major big opportunities, which we can say major high growth sector, that can help you to grow, get a job around once you pass around 2013 market. So yeah, next slide please. Okay, so as we are right now talking about that, we need to have a very particular skills, we need to have a kind of a specialized skills around us, because basic skills now have been taken over by AI can do those basic stuffs. They can do a very good even better than you in those basic stuffs, building basic codes, building basic applications and all. So what you need to do right now, what you need to focus on, you need to focus on a specialization. Okay, right now it's a specialized market. Companies are looking for the person who have a particular specialization, who have achieved something in that particular specialization. Okay, so it's a kind of a specialization dividend market right now. Okay, and that's where you will see a salary gap too between a specialist and a journalist. You will find a lot of software engineers around this market. Okay, and some software engineers would have package around 5 lakh, 10 lakh. Some software engineers would have package around 50 lakh, 60 lakh, 1 crore. Okay, but the people who are at that particular higher amount of package, they have done something different. They are kind of specialized in that particular market or a growth or a basically sector, that's why the company are paying them that much amount of money. Okay, otherwise they can hire someone who have a 5 to 10 lakh of package journalist, if we talk about. But that journalists have been now replaced by AI. The companies are not expecting any more journalists now they are expecting someone who have a very specialist and deep understanding, basic concepts are clear, and they have very good amount of understanding or specialization on that particular sector which they are hiring for. Okay, so that's where the reality check which I like to give you about, that the legacy engineering which we talk about now, that era have been gone right now. Okay, the market is very saturated. You might be hearing about a lot of layoffs are happening around, not even like service based company, even product based company. Recently Atlassian have laid off, Amazon have laid off, Meta have laid off. So there are a lot of layoffs have been going from the top-notch product-based company to service-based company, even to Infosys, TCS. They are also laying off. Why? Okay, because of the current AI era, or whatever the market which you are talking about, that the legacy engineering is all about. We are done with that. Okay, so that's where the market is very saturated. The growth have been in a very stagnant way. Okay, and now we are competing with thousands of identical resumes. Everyone is all about like writing about a Java. I'm a Java developer. I'm a backend developer. I'm a full stack developer. You will find a lot of basic resume around this in this market. Okay, but the people who have a very specialized skills, who have a real skills like related to AI, related to cybersecurity, related to a specialized domain, that's where they are standing out and they are getting a job and they are getting the package which they expect. Okay, so that's why just just a reality check over the legacy engineering, how the things look like right now and how the things look like in the future. Okay, so now we need to focus on a specialized tech. Okay, so there are like if we start following the specialized particular tech, okay, domains. So your salary will be 2x from the projected salaries. Like the domain which are in the special tech, like specialized techs are AI that I'm already talked about, robotics. You are seeing a lot of robots around you. So there are engineers who are running good amount of packages, who are getting good amount of packages because of this domain, AI, robotics, data science by 2030 also. Okay. So these are the skills which are industry aligned skills, which every company from service based, from mid-type product based, from top-notch product based company are expecting their engineers to have. So they are looking right now of in coming years, so around 2030, that the people would or the students would be having deep tech knowledge in these sectors, AI, robotics, data science, which is a huge booming thing coming right now and after 4 years down in the lane too. Okay, so now it's not all about like hard working, it's all about smart working, how smarter you are, how quickly you have the things around that, because you know you have a AI tool, you can just prompt it, you can learn the concept from there. No need of traditional way learning around the things. Okay, so that's where you need to be very smart, that's where you need to be very smart in choosing your specialization and what right opportunity can help you to get a job around 2030 or to build a company what you dream for. It's not about that you just do a job, you can build your own companies. Okay, so that's how the things look like. Yeah, next slide please. Okay, so whatever you have done till now, like your 12th grade code, okay, you have a lot of unfair advantages. Okay, but how those unfair advantages can help you out? Okay, what are the things you have learned till 12th class, going through those traditional books, learning about science, maths, learning about some basics things around that. Okay, those traditional things won't help you to take your future ahead. Okay, so there are a lot of things which you need to start focusing from right now. Okay, so first thing is physics plus maths. That's very basic thing. Okay, because that will help you to learn basics and to build those algorithms behind data science and AI. Okay, algorithms are what? Those are generally kind of a small code or basically something use basically like what are the algorithms you see? Deep learning algorithms, machine learning algorithms, all those have been basically using maths only, right? There's some physics and maths which help us to build those algorithms, and those algorithms have been help us to build the applications which we are building around. Okay, so physics and maths are not going anywhere right now. You need to have a very good amount of understanding about your basic physics, basic maths concepts. Okay, how those equations, what you are solving around. Okay, there are literally so many algorithms which are right now powering your robotics, your AI. Okay, but those algorithms have been built from very basic structure. That is physics and maths. Okay, so that your boring textbooks, that are kind of actual source code for the future. Okay, like what are the algorithms which you are going to develop? Okay, those algorithms will be coming from this very basic infra or very basic layer, that is physics and maths. Okay, that will help you to build the algorithms for the future. Okay, so that's why you are not just learning a theory, you are learning how to build it. Okay, because just learning a theory won't help you out, you need to know how exactly those basic mathematical equations work around, how those mathematical equations will help you to build an algorithm that will help you to build an application. Okay, so that's where those physics and maths are literal algorithm that is going to help you out. Okay, that is first unfair advantage which we talk about. The second one is get a portfolio. Okay, till now 12th marks, no one asked, to be frank. I have been into the 6 years of industry, I have given interviews with almost top-notch companies, to media type product-based companies, to service-based companies. No one right now asks about your 12th marks. No one cares about. Frankly, if we talk about, they don't care about like if you are a 90% holder, 100% holder, 95, 96. No one cares about that. Okay. Now, if you are looking around the software engineering domain, okay, so what they care about is data portfolios. Okay, so in 2030, employers, okay, won't care about your board percentage at all. Okay, what they will care about, the proof of your work and how you're going to prove that you have that knowledge in software engineering domain by building the projects and putting your projects on the GitHub portfolio. So that portfolio will represent you, who you are, what you have done in the last 4 years of your college, okay, what you have built around it, how that particular project which you have built is going to help the companies to select you. Okay, so your GitHub portfolio is going to play a very important role showcasing your all the real projects which you have worked across, your contribution to open source, your ability to ship the code. So that's where that will basically help them to understand that this person we can hire and he or she will build something and will deliver the end product to the customer, and our customer will get happy and they will get money from around that. Okay, so that's where your GitHub portfolio is greater than your 12th marks. around 2030, even right now also, if we talk about. Okay. Then the third thing is whatever the learning which we are. Okay, so basically there should be learning to your learn. Okay, that's your superpower kind of. Okay, so because tech landscape is changing every 6 months, even not 6 months, every month it's changing. Some new frameworks are coming, some new AI models are coming, some new languages are coming. So you need to be a constant learner. Okay, you need to learn something new day. Learning will help you to grow and to basically stand out in this market. Okay, so the faster you learn, the more you are able to deliver that. Okay, so adapting those things, learning fast, adapting those skills will help you in this competitive advantage. It's a kind of a more competitive advantage for you. Okay, so yeah, next slide please.